Hey, and welcome back. Last time we left off in Ustenheim on our way to go visit Janos Audrin. We're in the Age of Desolation, so who knows if he's there or not. We are in the midst of our Platinum Challenge, which, when we flipped the coin in the first episode, we got Raziel, which means we are trying to get every single trophy in one playthrough. Now, the big challenge, of course, is Vampire Champion, which requires you to finish the game in under 6 hours. It's not that big of a challenge, but as we're trying to get every single trophy in the playthrough, we need to kind of conserve every second we can. But we're not going to skip cutscenes because it's Legacy of Kain and we don't do that. Let's get started. Kain refused to sacrifice. I've heard that before. All right. The dog decided to leave me alone. That's good. Hey. All right, never mind. He was outside waiting for me the whole time. Release the hounds! That's right, y'all just stay right there. Thank you. And demon time. Thanks. The guys with the guns, or the blunderbusses, I guess, or little mini cannons, whatever, they can shoot you right off the wall. So you're kind of taking your life into your hands when you do that, or at least your time. Okay. Another great scene.
This edifice was clearly not crafted by human architects. As the figure beneath the balcony silently attested, these were the Aeries of winged beings. Undoubtedly, I stood before the mountain refuge of the legendary Janos Audrin. But the entire sanctuary lay in ruin, collapsed under the force of some ancient cataclysm.
Aww.
As I suspected, the time streamer's deception ensured that I was centuries too late to unearth anything of consequence here. With nothing behind me but the wasteland I had traversed, I resolved to press on and explore these canyons further. Oh no. Every time you turn up, something monumental and terrible happens. I don't think I have the stomach for
it. Best, another one best jokes.
This time, Raziel.
Get it? Doesn't have the stomach?
You are persistent, crossing time like this to follow me. Still waiting for that coin of yours to land on its edge.
I'm biding my time. I see that Mobius has played a little trick on you.
Yes. He clearly doesn't want me to meet this Janos Audrin.
Perhaps. Or maybe he merely hoped that it would harden your heart against me, to see this wasteland which I single-handedly authored.
My heart doesn't need hardening, Kain. If I even suspected that destroying you would make any difference, I would do it this instant.
I knew you'd see through them, Raziel. Janos is indeed the key to your destiny, but you'll need to find your own way back into Nosgoth's past. Make no mistake, though, Raziel. You and I are now in great danger. We are irritants here. Malevolent forces are being marshaled to eliminate us.
You talk as though we're allies.
Regardless of your sentiments, Raziel, in their eyes, we are.
Well, they're certainly trying to eliminate you, Kain. There can be no doubt of that. I am assaulted relentlessly with demands for your demise. Whatever it is that you're plotting, they're scared to death of you. As for me, I suspect they made a grave error when they allowed my unique resurrection. I don't think they know how to destroy me.
You mustn't underestimate them, Raziel.
And who exactly is this diabolical they to which we keep referring? If there's some grand conspiracy going on, the right hand doesn't appear to know what the left is doing. Even Mobius seems to be caught out at every turn.
Mobius is a puppet, Raziel. Haven't you realized that yet? That's the sweetest irony in all of this. Nosgoth's great manipulator is their plaything. But the ones pulling the strings haven't shown their faces yet.
They don't like us unwriting their carefully choreographed history, though, do they?
You must understand, Raziel, we haven't unwritten history, we've merely rewritten it. The future flows around our petty actions, finding the path of least resistance, while admitting only the slightest alterations. This is the reshuffling you felt when you refused to kill me. And remember, Raziel, we are irritants in this regard as well. History will not allow the introduction of a paradox.
And if events cannot be reshuffled to accommodate the change?
It is the irritant who's expelled. Bear in mind that this may be exactly the outcome our enemies are trying to provoke. We must tread very carefully.
All right. So one thing that is just really remarkable about this scene is that this is the first time that we see Raziel and Kain meet as something other than foes. This is the first time where Raziel encounters Kain and doesn't want to kill him on sight. So it's just really, really interesting that we really get to see Raziel's evolution as a character and his attitudes and everything. Just, I've said it before, but his arc in these games is just, wow, so good. All right. I know there's a place to jump up here. Hey, this looks like a good opportunity to have our Demon Hunter there go for a swim. Yay! There we go. Y'all work it out amongst yourselves, huh? Okay, well. So there's another trophy we can get. We just have to... have to beat this guy with our bare hands and then give him... There we go. Nice. Now we don't have to do that later. Hang on, hang on. Okay, we can fight now. Yeah, so the damage that they can do to you is nothing compared... Or, sorry. The damage that the Reaver does to you when it gets over-aroused is... Watch out for the eyes. They'll get you if you're not paying attention. And guess who was too busy talking to pay attention? Good thing there's a font right here and we don't have to go all the way back to the lake. That would suck. It's a rather considerate design choice there. Alright, not gonna fall for that again. Look away. this is the Air Forge. I do love the murals in this game so much.
The scenes I discovered here were unambiguous. This race of winged beings, the architects of the pillars and the creators of the Reaver, were Nosgoth's first vampires. Their bloodthirst appeared to be a curse inflicted upon them by their vanquished enemies. These images confirmed the truths that Kain had divulged to me, but I had been too incredulous to accept. I struggled in vain to see how the pieces fit together. How Kain intended to escape the dilemma of his destiny, and what role he had plotted for me, and why Mobius and the dark powers with which he seemed to be allied were so desperate to see Kain dead, and so intent on me being the instrument of his execution.
So yeah, the ancient vampires, as Raziel just said, had been had been afflicted by bloodthirst, and that bloodthirst had been inflicted upon them by their enemies. All right. Watch if you're stuck. Look for the symbols. Look for the environmental hints. You can't take it with you. Fighting Sluagh is very rarely worth it. Oh, are you gonna make me eat you? Okay, fine. There we go. Not today, Sluagh dog. And new weapons, so we want to make sure we use those. Ooh, nice big axe. Alright, these guys, these electro demons, a little tougher when you're not trying to use the Reaver on them. They do make for a good meal, though. There we go. Okay. This is a greater thrall, I think, so we should get that trophy finally. I hope. I'm a little worried about that one. Yeah, nice. Yeah, there we go. And we don't need that anymore. Okay, so in my opinion, the Air Forge is the coolest. It's the coolest of all the forges. See all the air motifs. Well, that tells us we're going to be doing stuff with air. We've just got our regular Reaver right now, so we see the symbols on the climbing walls. And that one represents a material Reaver, so we'll start there. Minor annoyances. Okay, we already used the axe. Oh, we need it. We do need that. Ah, there we go. Yeah, the thralls just cannot stand up against the Reaver at all. Okay, well, we see the spectral symbol, spectral realm. Okay, so this puzzle. Oh, it's hungrier than I thought. Ah, you see that eye up there? Good, because I didn't the first time. Okay, so we've got a light font here, a dark font there. We have an eye there. And then we've got this gust of air here. And with this gust of air, we can glide faster and further. Very handy. And then, we actually don't need the light Reaver yet, but we do need the dark Reaver. Thank you. And glide back over here. Don't look at me. And then we get our dark bridge here. Yeah, I still love that. The shadow bridge is just so cool. And then... oh, nope. Jumped off the wrong side, but that's okay because we've got the air over here. Nope. Whoops. Okay, can we please high jump? Thank you. Okay, and then we'll swap our sides. And then we can use the light Reaver to open the door here. Thank you very much. Weird PB eyeball thing. And there's one of those light gems. Oh yeah, here's some of the vampire sacrifice stuff that some of us started playing the series for. No, for reals though, it was nice to kind of start getting into some more bloody vampire themed stuff. You know, after Soul Reaver was relatively tame in that regard. But I'm glad that Soul Reaver 2 kind of took that further in that direction. Because, vampires. Blood. Also, I love that this heart is just dripping all over the place. Now, there's another trophy we can get. So, we should go down and match the heart to the right color. But, if we don't... completely orange room, orange eyes, orange everything. I'm carrying a blue heart. Let's go put it in the orange mummy. Huh, why isn't this working? Idiot. Oh. So, okay. When I first played this on launch day, or around launch day, they had this bug where a black cube was there in place of the mummy. And I was so confused by the black cube that I didn't realize that I had the wrong heart for the room. And I ended up getting this trophy completely by accident. Okay, a thing to note. After you do your sacrifice is rejected, which is a delightful reference to Terrell and Defiance. After you do that, you do not have to run back to the room that you got the heart from. You can just come back, pick it up, and then take it to the right room. And hopefully next time pay attention to your very simple color puzzle. Oh. Just whoever was in charge of trophies on this killed it. Great job. Love it. You deserve a raise. There we go. That's blue. This should be the right mummy. As I was saying, an appropriately gruesome puzzle for Legacy of Kain. Now we have some air. Okay, so that is one of the 3 hearts that we need to put in here. We've got a little bit of an updraft now. Well, since we came to the light side first here, we'll do that next. Yeah, this area is exactly where you get the split trophy. Plenty of opportunities. Okay. And for this one, I'll jump up here. We have these little jerks throwing stuff at us. We can't jump over there because we have the air going. But, see the spectral symbol? No. You can just stand there and get hit in the face. That works too. Okay, now we'll jump across since we don't have any air blowing at us. Let's see, can I just bully you from up here? I just really don't want to go all the way back down there. Lazy style. Alright, well, full health now, so see ya. There we go. Out of my way. Okay, now that helps us instead of hinders us. Get our dark bridge. Nice. We've got our light Reaver now. Oh. Raziel, I'm so disappointed. That was an easy jump. Oh, man. Oh, looks like I did get that slew. Alright, so the dark bridges don't apparently last all that long. Yeah, this is unfortunately the kind of setback we can ill afford when we're doing Vampire Champion. I try not to call it Vamp Champ, but a lot of the time I fail. There we go. We'll light this up. And get to see the next gruesome tableau. Tis the green heart. And I just love that it drips all. I love that it drips all over the place. It's these little details I just really, really appreciate. And also, if you have any color blindness issues, it's really easy to just go straight out from where you're going. You'll go right directly into the thing in front of you. I love that he's just like, nope, 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 we don't need to do that again. All right, that is 2 of 3. Now we need the dark. Fight one more of these jerks. Alright, just axes. We do need to use... Oh, crap. We do need to use this sword, though. So we'll go back and see if I can get that. Yeah, we've not used this sword yet. There we go. Now we have a kill with the sword. So other than Vampire Champion and then another one that we're going to see later, the Finish Him trophy is the one that stresses me out the most. If we don't get the Platinum at the end, it's going to be because we didn't get Finish Him. But I think we will. Alright, these guys can just... We still have our Dark Reaver, so we'll make a bridge here. Here, follow me under. Because I'm going to pull this guy out. Nah, really wanted to squish. Oh well. Hey, take care of him for me, will you? Thank you. Alright. And we've got our thing over here. Now we can get to it. Very descriptive. I have the best words. Okay, so this one's a little tricky. So we have to get by the Eye of Death here. So we need to use our Dark Reaver, shoot our blinding projectile. There we go. And get the Light Reaver. And then run! And by run, I mean jump. A lot. Now, because that wind, we can get to the other side. Nice. Another bloody mural for us to feast our eyes upon. Run and jump all the way back. Once again, straight ahead is the orange. We're coming back with the right heart this time. Okay. And now we should have a powerful enough current to get back to the top. And now that we've got that, you can see a light side and a dark side, and then this snake in the middle. So yeah, just shoot these with the TK projectile, and they'll start blowing. Now we need dark, which is just an easy jump down here. Or a fall, really. As I've said many times, I'm very glad there's no fall damage in these. Alright, Dark Reaver, here we go. So cool. Love how lightning's going after fangs too. Lighter even than Kain.
As the Reaver drained the forge of its vital energy, the tempest receded. I recovered myself and paused to admire my newly forged weapon, now imbued with the elemental power of air. Thus armed, I hoped that I now finally possessed the means to escape this wasted land.
Nice. Okay, so the Air Reaver confers a number of benefits. First off, of course, you can activate these things, these updrafts, and glide up. And also, you notice a little bit of air coming off of Raziel as he's gliding there? The Air Reaver actually gives you a bit of a glide boost. Yeah, check that out. You can glide for longer and drop less as you do. I guess that's what helps you glide longer, but whatever. And then it will also power up your projectiles.
This elemental Reaver I discovered had the power to obliterate barriers that were cracked or compromised. At last, I had the means to open that ruined time-streaming chamber I discovered so long ago in the swamp. Now, perhaps, I could leave this wasteland and return to an era when Janos Ordrin still lived.
I love that shot of him in front of the mural in front of the ancient vampire there. No? Oh. But I wanted to break something.
Here's one.
Oh, nice. So airlift just means to lift an enemy into the air with the Reaver, which in this game is telekinesis. Gives him a nice, good push. I'm drowning that guy yet again. Oh, actually it was his friend that we drowned. But yeah, check that out how far we can glide now. Before we hit the rock and fall into the water. There we go. And now we're just gonna run on through back to the swamp. Interesting. It looks like another area over there. So this little area here is interesting. This looks like another vampire Aerie. There's nothing really you could do up there, but it's cool that we can get up there. Cost us a minute or so, but we should be fine. We're doing pretty good on time. We're just gonna run on through. Hey. You guys are making it awfully difficult to live and let live here. Oh, all right. You want to fight? Fine. I always do that. There's the path here that runs up and over. You don't need to go down into the bowl here. Get a nice long glide if you've got the Air Reaver here. And of course the Ignis Fatuus are all out, because Vorador's gone. Interesting, though, to think timeline-wise. So we've established that this is about 100 years after the collapse of the Pillars. Kain did not have Vorador at his side. Vorador was not resurrected until, up to a century and a half before Kain's battle with the Sarafan Lord. Spoilers for Blood Omen 2. If we care about spoilers for Blood Omen 2. Alright, another benefit that you get with the Air Reaver is that the muck in the swamp doesn't slow you down. You can wander about with impunity. Now, we can get in here. I do wonder when Mobius figured out how to miniaturize his time streaming devices. Oh, that's Futhark. Gonna have to check those out and see what they say later.
I had no
Here we
choice
go.
but to act purely on blind faith. There was no way to tell what era this device was tuned to, and I had neither the knowledge nor the means to set the machine myself. I hesitated only briefly. Then, throwing the switch, I hurled myself into oblivion and relinquished my will to the hand of fate.
Which, I mean, kind of reckless, but what else are you gonna do? Okay. Let's see where we ended up.
Beyond all hope and against all probability, it seemed that the device had unerringly delivered me to the era I sought. For these were Sarafan banners, and these vampires apparently the victims of their crusade. The coincidence seemed too convenient to naively ascribe to fate. But whether my opportune arrival had been orchestrated by Mobius or some other influence, I didn't know.
It's probably Mobius.
If Janos Audrin still lived, I would find him. But I was wary of further deception and resolved to tread carefully.
Okay, so there is another trophy we can get, but it's going to take about 18 minutes out of our way. So if you've been keeping track of your time and you don't think you can spare 18 minutes, probably reload a save to do this one. I think we're doing pretty well on time, so we're just going to go and make a run for it. So instead of going north to the Ancient Aerie, we're going to go south to the Sarafan Stronghold. Now, I would say if you feel like you're short on time, go and save in the swamp. Go a little north and save. And then turn around, go south, and then reload your save after you get the trophy. Now, you'll notice, too, that this cavern has been completely drained. And so it makes it a lot more difficult to traverse. But that's okay. We know where we're going. So this is 500 years before the collapse of the pillars. This chamber is nearly empty, and this whole statue is revealed. Hello, Elder God that hasn't grown quite as much yet. Nothing to say right now, huh? Okay. Not going to take the time to save because I know we're doing pretty good. So it's very thoughtful and very fun that they added this trophy for those of us who are trying to explore despite the lack of exploration options in Soul Reaver 2. Yep. And rip.
For all the butchery of Mobius's crusade, this massacre was somehow more chilling. The killing fields of the Sarafan betrayed a kind of orderly ruthlessness, the cold-blooded righteousness of the true believer.
So, this is another big moment for Raziel, I think. You know, it's a short voice line, but seeing just the number of vampires being slaughtered here really puts it in perspective for him. And again, just one of my favorite character arcs in video games.
There's another one!
He started out...
Here at last, in the flesh, I beheld my former brothers in arms, the warrior priests of the Sarafan Order. Their lives devoted solely to the annihilation of the vampire plague. And while I confess, I felt a twinge of longing, a pang of grief for what I had believed was my lost virtue, I regarded them now with none of the reverence I formerly felt. For I had seen the human face of the vampires, and now I beheld the monstrousness of these men.
I love that line. Okay. Got some new weapons. this should be the last of the weapons that we need for this trophy. We're going to find out. Okay, we've got the spear, and we've got the sword. The Sarafan do a lot of damage. So definitely be careful if you decide to fight them. Which, you know, you should. They're jerks. Yes! We got it! Fantastic. That was one of the ones I was most stressed about. Now we can just run. This could be a little bit more than 18 extra minutes, but that's okay because now we don't have to worry about that weapon trophy anymore. We're gonna have the opportunity for another one coming up here, but if somehow we don't get it, we'll have another shot at it later. Alright, so instead of guns or blunderbusses, they have sorceresses. And there's a trophy for killing 3 of them without getting hurt. And if you want to make it hard for them to hit you, just go right. Nice, got it. Not too difficult, just keep running, keep swinging the Reaver. Yep. Everyone just stops, waits.
The frozen surface of the lake had bound the gates of the stronghold shut. The Sarafan surely had some other means of entry, but this was the only one known to me. To infiltrate the fortress, I would need to find some way to release these gates from their icy bonds.
Nice. Okay, so this trophy on the outside is another reference to a song on Kurt Harlan's Information Society album, Don't Be Afraid. There's a few trophies named after songs on that album, and on the outside is one of them. Alright, we're just gonna... Got a long time without a save point here, making me a little nervous. I could have used that one back there, but I just want to get the show on the road, you know? You're good. There we go. So this trip might have been a little shorter than 18 minutes, but that's why I timed it the last time I tested. Yep. Yep. So yeah, now that we've seen a little bit of the Sarafan era, what's your favorite era in Soul Reaver 2? Is it the Mobius era, the era of corruption, the era of desolation, when we see all the demons and the demon hunters, or is it the age of the Sarafan? Let me know in the comments. These guys are just everywhere, aren't they? Now that we've done that, we're going to get back on track. We're going to go to the Termagant Forest save point, and we will leave off there until next time. But it's going to take us a minute to get there. Again, I miss our save and quit fast travel we were able to do in Soul Reaver 1. And I really do love the music in Soul Reaver 2. I've expressed a little bit of dissatisfaction before with just how it's handled in the cutscenes, but really, like, Kurt Harland outdid himself with this score. I feel like it's more varied, and it definitely fits the environments really well. I just wish that there'd been more drama in the cutscenes using the music. Okay, we definitely want the Air Reaver here. Ask me how I know. Yep. Go, and that gets us up here. All right. And then I think we can make it across with the Air Reaver here. Yes, we can. That's what you need to get across there without the Shadow Bridge. It's just the Air Reaver and the glide boost. Which makes sense, because if you went back for the Dark Reaver, you wouldn't be able to get up using the updraft. Okay, now we're back on track. It was really cool the first time playing this, seeing this area from Blood Omen 1 in, fully rendered 3D, and just being able to explore this way instead of top down. I really enjoyed that. All right, let's save. And then check our time. I want to make sure we're still on track. 3:43:23. That's pretty good. We're going to leave off this time, and next time, we'll get to see Janos. I can feel it. We're going to go see Janos, and we're going to rush on through to the end of the game. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see and you want to see more, do the things.
Wow.